Winners and losers. Well, the first one is winners win and losers lose. So write that down. If you're losing in life, it's because you're a loser, right? You're not a winner in life if you're losing. So that's the first one. So you need to identify truly who you are, okay? And if you're losing in life, it's because you're a loser. Let's just get that one right off the bat, okay? So losers lose, winners win. Simple as fuck. You're gonna remember that one? All right, good. So that's the first one. So if you're losing in life right now, it's because you're a loser. But if you're a loser, you can become a winner. So Johnny, I'm talking to you now, brother. Sounds to me like you're broke. So right now you're a loser. Now you have to identify why you're a loser, okay? Let's identify why most people lose. In order to win something in life, right? Let's say you want to win a gold medal. Let's say you want to go from $0 to $1 million. Let's say you want a specific job, or you want to, I don't know, have a specific accomplishment, or you want to travel somewhere. What do you need? One simple thing: a goal. Most of you guys are out here walking around like accidents. You have no goals in life. Zero goals. Johnny, what is your goal in life, brother? Do you have a goal? Okay, do you have a goal? Well, most people are like, well, I want to get rich. Okay, well, how rich? Well, $10 million would be enough. Well, is it enough? For what? Why do you want $10 million? Well, I think it's going to make me happy. Okay, so you don't want money. What you want is happiness. No, well, I want money. Okay, so are you correlating money and happiness all in one conglomerate? Well, okay, Johnny, well, what is money? Well, I don't know what money is. Okay, perfect. So if you don't know what it is, you don't know how much of it that you want, you don't really truly understand it, how are you supposed to get it? Oh, well, maybe you're going to teach me about money. I'm like, that's not how it works. What I'm going to teach you about is about goals. Now, in life, you don't need 100 goals. A lot of people are like, they have goals, right? They have goals. But in order to have goals, you need to become an autonomous individual. You cannot conform. And the opposite of courage, because courage is what is required to excel in life. Write that down. Courage is what is required to excel in life. The opposite of courage isn't cowardice. The opposite of courage is conformity. Conforming to the 99%. That is the problem, is you conform, what? To the status quo. Most individuals in life, they conform to the status quo. And the status quo is to be poor. The status quo is to be fat. The status quo is to be sad. The status quo is to be depressed. The status quo is to be a feminist. The status quo is to hate men. The status quo is to hate women. The status quo is to be a hoe. The status quo is to be an absolute peasant. Right, but that is the name of the game. The name of the game is you need to have goals in life. Now, it's very simple once you understand this principle. And the reason I know that this works is because I did it myself. A couple years ago, I said, okay, I want to make $1 million. This was, I think, in 2015. I said, I want to make $1 million. My goal wasn't just to make $1 million, but was to figure out, first of all, what money was and what was the easiest way for me to make $1 million. So I had to find and understand money. So before you select the goal, you must understand the ins and outs of every single goal. Right? Of what you want to accomplish. So you want a fit body? Okay, perfect. You must study and understand what is required in order to have a fit body. Okay? So people are like, I want to make $1 million, but then you don't stick to your goal. The problem isn't making a goal. The problem is being consistent. Because unless you have consistency over a long period of time, you will not accomplish your goal. Accomplishing your goal takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication, but it's proven that if you stick to your goal, you can achieve it. Some people, it may take 10 years. Some people, it may take 20. Some people, it may take 50. Some, very few, almost none, cannot achieve it. Now, your goal has to be established based off of your understanding of who you are and what you truly want. Now, if you're 5'1" or a midget and you say, I want to play in the NBA, well, there's a high likelihood you won't play in the NBA because your goal isn't realistic. But to me, and I truly believe this, it is highly realistic that anybody can make $1 million. I truly believe it. I have no doubt in my mind that anybody can make $1 million. To me, it makes no sense why you wouldn't. And the first goal that I realized that in order for me to do what I wanted in life, which was freedom, that's the goal, right? Freedom from the system, freedom from the bullshit, freedom from a master, right? Working a 9-to-5, somebody that feeds you for your time. We're going to talk about time. I'm going to teach you guys how to measure money. Write that down, Anthony. Teach people how to measure money. I'm going to teach you guys how to measure money. It's important to understand that your goal, okay, can't be canceled out by another 100 things that you want. So if you want 6-pack, right, you can't eat donuts, you can't drink soda, you can't not exercise, you can't not do crunches. Why? Because then you won't be able to accomplish your goal because you're selecting a ton of other things that you want to do that go against your goal. So a lot of you guys say, okay, well, I want to make money, but you don't do the things that are required in order to make money. What are those things? Education, community, hustle, reducing distractions, eliminating bad habits. These are all little things. But these little things over a long period of time will compound because consistency compounds. It is a principle of the universe, right? And once you understand this, you understand that every brick that you lay will eventually turn into a big picture. When you zoom out, the question is, do you have the blueprint of what you want to build? If the answer is no, then why the fuck are you building? Why the fuck are you building? Well, the reason you're building, right, is because you want to accomplish a goal, but most people build with no purpose. You would never build a house without a blueprint or without an architect that it's already built the house before you that can show you how it can be built. So you not only need a blueprint, but you need somebody that has been able to accomplish that blueprint before. That's why I'm talking to you, because I've done it, okay? So you can understand that it's a verifiable source. Because I've done it, I can show you what I've done. I can't show you to do what I haven't done, right? But I can show you to do what I've done because it's a replicatable business model. And it's a business model because it's a mindset model. So in life, you get exactly what you put in. That is a very basic principle of life. Now, the next point, how do you measure money? How do the rich measure money versus how do the poor measure their money? Does anybody know? How do rich people measure money versus poor people? Does anybody know? In the chat, does anybody know? How does a rich person measure money and how does a poor person measure money? Does anybody know? Well, let's talk about it. Cheap versus expensive. Right here. What is cheap versus what is expensive? If you go to somebody who's poor, okay? If you go to somebody who's poor and you say, hey, let's go to the Louis Vuitton store. Okay, perfect. Let me go buy $1,000, $2,000 bag, $5,000 bag. A bag would be like $3,000. Some people would tell you that it's cheap, right? Other people would tell you that's expensive. Why? Because you correlate money with the time and effort that it took you to get it. So if a $3,000 bag took you 6 weeks of work and time, you're going to measure, right, the purchase. It's not cheap or expensive, right? The lingo needs to change. It's, damn, I spent a lot of time for this money. I don't know if I want to spend it on this thing. Now, if you're making $3,000 an hour, what is $3,000? So what you need to understand is that when you make money, when you earn money, you need to correlate it based on how much effort it requires you in time and energy to yield that return. Do you understand? So I'm in the business of optimizing my return on my time. That is the business that I'm in. So I want the biggest output for the least amount of input. But in order to do that, I need to become skilled. Skilled. If you are not skillful with your time and the value of your time, how are you supposed to have more of it, right? So a lot of you guys are exchanging your most valuable asset, which is time, for an imaginary asset that is known as money. Most of you guys are expending energy. That's what the system wants you for, energy. You're an expenditure of energy, and in return, they'll give you coupons, monopoly money. Do you understand? So what you need to do now is it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. If you're working 18 hours a day, right? If you're working 18 hours a day, you need to ask yourself, okay, let's say I make $1,000 and I work 10 hours a day, then my hour is worth $100. That is what your hour is worth. It doesn't matter if you make 30 grand a month. Your hour of time is capped at $100. That is what your hour is worth. So what was the first thing that I did? I said, okay, if I have my own vacation and I work 40 hours a week and I want to make $1 million a year, how many hours do I have to work and how much should my hour be worth in order for me to be a millionaire? Because what I need to realize is that the value of my hour needed to go up. I'm giving you guys some fucking sauce that you've never heard before. I'm teaching you guys how to think like billionaires, bro, up in this bitch. Give me the fucking W. And hit me with the like button and the subscribe. You owe me that shit. None of this charity bullshit. All right. So I realized that my hour needed to be worth $500. Write that down. You will not be a millionaire unless your hour is worth $500. So now I needed to get rid of every single task in my life that was worth less than $500. And that is in the work schedule, right? I'm not talking about working at an 11 p.m. job at midnight or whatever on your side hustle. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your 40-hour work week, $500. So I was like, oh shit, like, okay, I can't be out here spending 4 hours a week grocery shopping. Because if a millionaire spends 4 hours of his day grocery shopping, that's $2,000. That wasn't, oh, I spent $50 on groceries. No, I spent 4 hours this week buying bullshit when I could have been using this hour to figure out or making that $500. Guys, I'm giving you so much fucking game. God dang, bro, this is so much sauce. I'm teaching you guys how to think like a rich person. That's why you're gonna stop hanging out with broke motherfuckers, bro. That's why you're gonna stop hanging out with broke motherfuckers. Because the output, the ROI on your time ain't there. It ain't there. So why are you gonna fucking go hang out with a bozo that ain't even gonna give you level up information, bro? So don't come to me with this, I'm a high value individual when your hour and your time ain't worth shit. It ain't worth shit. I know you guys have never heard this shit. Come on. Anyways. So, I'm teaching you guys how to think like a rich motherfucker, bro. Come on. So quit hanging out with a ton of bozos that even in that hour of time, they ain't making you money or giving you information on how to make money, bro. I'm super intentional, bro. That's why you see I ain't on Johnny's schedule, bro. Because my hour's worth, right now, my hour's worth $10,000, bro. That's how much my hour's worth. That's how much my hour's worth, $10,000. If you want an hour of my time, and you want to say, hey, Luke, I want to book you for an hour, you got to pay me 10 racks. If not, you won't fucking see me, bro. You will not see me. You want an hour of my time, you pay me 10,000 because that's the value of my hour based off of my income. That's how I calculate my worth. But all of you are out here giving your fucking time for free to some motherfucker that doesn't deserve it instead of using that time to figure out how to get rich. How to get rich. No wonder, bro. You're wasting your goddamn time. Let me rephrase that. You're wasting your God-blessed time. You have this time and you're just, let me give it to any bozo. So, anyways, now that we have this clear, do you understand the value of your time? So now you need to go figure out, how much do I want to be making per hour? Because that's how you got to calculate it, right? That's how you got to calculate it. If you want to make $1 million a year and that's your work week, $500. That doesn't mean that you go out and somebody goes and grocery shops for you and you just sit on your phone scrolling on TikTok. No. You got to figure out how to get that bread. How to get that bread. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Steph said, I'll pay you 10 grand for 1 hour. Send me a DM. I got you, big dog. Anybody else you can queue up for like next week or whatever. I don't have time for a lot of you guys besides these streams. I'm already at like 2 hours giving you guys fucking 20 grand worth of my time every single day. So, subscribe in the chat. Whatever. Give me a like or whatever it is that you guys do on this YouTube platform shit. And let's continue. So now that we understand that your time must be valued at a specific number, you quit wasting it. Because now you're like, oh shit, if I'm not making money with this time, then what the fuck am I doing? Now, if you're gonna hang out with your loved ones, if you're out here exercising, these are high ROI things, that's one thing. But the moment that your family gets fucking out of line, bro, and no. Man on a mission, all right? Man on a mission. I'm giving you guys, I love this shit, bro. I love this shit, bro. I'm giving you guys the sauce, and I'm fucking so happy. I'm so happy, bro, that you guys are learning, bro. I'm so happy that, like, shit's starting to click in your guys' brain, you know? Shit's starting to click in your guys' brain. I need you guys to send this to your friends, right? So, because they need to understand that if you want to get out, bro, you got to learn these principles. So, that's number one. It's cheap because you didn't have to expend a lot of time or energy in order to receive that good or service. It's expensive only if you had to expend a lot of time and money for that service. It ain't about money. It's about energy and time. That is the formula. Energy and time equals $sign. Now you need to figure out how to increase that $sign. For the energy, you got to reduce the energy, you got to reduce the time, and maximize the dollar amount. You're not going to hear this in no bullshit dropshipping course. You're not going to hear this in no bullshit social media marketing agency course, because you don't understand how rich people think, bro. I'm teaching you how rich people think. So you live life based on what you believe that you're worth. You don't live life based off of the coin and the cheddar, right? That comes, but you got to measure your wealth. And eventually it'll come to you. It's very straightforward. By the way, guys, I'm going to do a brief announcement. September 14th through 19th, we are hosting a mastermind, okay, in a country in Europe that